Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. This is my friend Jen. Jen, would you mind introducing yourself?
Totally. Like you said, my name is Jen. Harmony and I have been friends now for like 10 years, you think?
Probably. Yeah, it's been a
Yeah,
while.
might be our 10-year anniversary this summer. Um, and sort of my jobs, the way that I make money and feel like an entrepreneur is I have a business called Go Nimbly. We're a consulting company. On the other hand, I've also got a company called Pillbox Games that we make games, as you can see by the name. And I do that with a few friends here from Brooklyn. I'll do little shout outs. Jade, Kat, and Ben are my business partners there. And then I also have an improv team in Harmony. You know, one of the women that runs it, Lee.
Yeah,
And so that's sort of what encompasses my free time.
amazing. So I'm curious how, with the many things that you're doing, how has it been affected by coronavirus right now? Is anything changing or shifting?
For sure. Some of it was like super early on, and you can imagine our game company. We're in the middle of a production run, and so just delays, right? We were getting emails like, "Hey, another week, another week, another week," and that was before it had really kind of picked up here in the U.S. So I think we started pretty early, knowing, okay, this is going to have business impact. This is not a joke. We're now delayed a month, in factories in China. And so that was one of the places that we saw it right away. We've had to change our release schedule. We've had to talk to all of our gamers that have bought the game to let them know that it's delayed. We've also had to talk to our retail partners and make sure that they know that it's still coming, but it's probably closer to July now. And so that really had kind of the most quintessential impact. And so that was kind of interesting to go through, probably like a good month before, the US was starting to talk about the economic impact. So that was kind of interesting. And then for our consulting company, we've got a few clients that are in industries that are going to be affected. So we're watching that. Could it mean that we're going to lose a big customer? Making sure that we're careful there, because it could have, even though our industry is okay, right? Even though in our people can still work from home, it does have an impact if our customers can't pay us. So that's been a little bit scary.
Yeah.
And yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just wondering, are there any plans that you're working on now to anticipate that?
No, we're not hiring, and so I've kind of stopped hiring, generally just to watch what's going on. I think even if we continue to do well and close a few customers, I'll probably run our team a little bit leaner, and have a conversation with them about, hey, we need to make sure we kind of de-risking everybody's jobs here. We've decided as a business that as long as we can manage the expense, we'll keep people on, and try to figure out and close more business, as opposed to having a big letting go of individuals.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, we're thinking of contingency plans. We've got little Excel, documents showing, okay, what if all of our at-risk clients leave? What's the impact? And trying to play against that. We're lucky so far that the majority of our customers are in the SaaS space, and so we feel like we're one of the lucky ones.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
As for Pillbox games, I also have a copy of Side Effects,
Oh,
which is part of
good.
Pillbox, and it feels so relevant right now.
Yeah, for those of you guys that don't know, Side Effects is a game where you get an array of mental disorders, and then you have to be the first to cure yourself with pills and therapy. But if you don't, you can take pills, but each pill has side effects. So you might cure your anxiety, but you might get impotence. You might cure your depression, but you might get anxiety or madness. And so it all is sort of like a balancing act. Unfortunately for Corona, we don't have pills to take. Um, but you can still go to therapy. It helps me.
Even though, so I was playing the game the other night, and like, I should have anxiety. Why didn't the deck of cards just give that to me? Because I definitely have that right now.
For sure.
So I'm curious if there's anything people can do to support you right now as a small business owner for either business.
I mean, for Pillbox games, you can always go and pre-order our game. That's always really helpful. But I think, just generally supporting your local businesses. We're not kind of the industry that's struggling. So if people are trying to figure out where their money goes, I would say restaurants and retail is the most important. Um, the other thing that I think generally, like, support the arts. So I didn't talk too much about our improv team, but we have a musical improv team, and a lot of people that do that full time and that do comedy and art full time, they don't have any income coming in. So I would look towards those industries. A lot of really fun teams are putting on like Instagram, comedy specials, or I've seen them do kind of like Zoom improv. It's a little
Yeah.
funky, but it works. We've been doing a few kind of just classes and keeping up with each other by doing them. They're fun. They're a little clunky, but they're fun.
Would you mind just giving a shout out to your social media handles and where people can find these improv?
Sure. So our Pillbox one is at Pillbox Games. That one's easy. Um, the handles for our team, we don't have one. We're not big enough. We're just casual. But some of the teams that I really like, there's a musical improv team called Rumple Teaser. A little like shout out to Cats. And they're very, very good. They do like a UCB show, and they're very impressive. And there's like a few like there's a woman named Taylor Ortega that I follow like incessantly. It's gonna be weird because she doesn't know who I am, but I think she's really funny, and she does a lot of like songs, and she's been posting really funny things. She did a song recently about not wanting to move back with her parents because like of all this whole thing. She's like, I really don't want to move back with my parents, and she made a whole song about that. So there's a lot of, I mean, there's so many comedians and hilarious people on Instagram.
Awesome. Thank you. So I'm
Yeah.
going to be putting up the Pillbox Games social media online and on Instagram stories for all of you to see. Jen, do you have any closing thoughts or things you'd like to discuss?
I think some of the like tips and things to do, like while everybody's at home, especially running businesses, that have been really effective for us. We've been doing happy hours, and that's been really fun. So got
Cheers.
gotten the whole company on a Zoom just like this, and everybody brings a drink and we all chat. We end up playing games and hanging out, and that's been really fun. And it keeps it kind of light. Obviously, you guys heard that I'm into improv, but the other thing that we're doing is sponsoring people who do the virtual improv classes. UCB is doing some by a very talented teacher named Eric Gerson. He's really fun. I think he's got one open right now. But what we're doing is sponsoring anybody at Nimbly that needs to do that. I've been doing a lot of master classes. There's a great cocktail one.
Oh my gosh, I was just thinking about this.
And like teaming up with other people from work and doing it at the same time, and then doing cocktails together, just like a chance to kind of connect, but also be learning and doing things when you're all cooped up. And then the other one I've been doing that's fun is Peloton's doing 90 days free for all their streaming classes.
Oh my gosh.
It's really good. And then there's a ton of games. So we've been playing online games with each other at Go Nimbly. We have like there's a thing called Discord, which is for gamers to kind of talk. And we've created one for Go Nimbly and been on that, and that's been really fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for taking time to chat with me today.
Love you.
I love you too. So that was Jen Igartua. I'll put all her info up again for everyone to get some more deets on her games and the improv recommendations that she made. Hopefully you found this useful, especially in terms of creative ways to collaborate with your team. Yeah, if you have any questions, DM me. Bye.
Get in my DMs.